Hello students, in this video we will see what is the relationship between the size of the chord and the angle subtended at the center. Now look at all these three figures, okay, and look at the length of the chords in each of the figure. Now I want you to infer from the figure the relationship between the angle subtended by the chord and the length of the chord. Okay, for some time you look at the figure carefully and see what relationship do you see between the size of the chord or length of the chord and the angle subtended by the chord. Now if you look at all the three figures, you can see that here the length of the chord is smaller than the length of this chord. Yes. So this angle, if you see, is smaller as compared to this angle. Again, if you see these two figures, length of this chord is longer than the length of this chord, and also this angle is greater than this angle. Again, you look at this figure and this figure. Here, if you compare the length of these two chords, this chord AB is smaller in length than the length of the chord PQ. And if you compare the angles, this is smaller angle as compared to this. Correct? So from these three figures, you can see that longer the chord of the circle, bigger will be the angle subtended by the chord at the center. Okay, longer the chord of the circle, bigger will be the angle subtended by the chord at the center, which means if the length of the chord increases, okay, if you increase the length of the chord, then angle subtended by it also will increase. Okay, if you decrease the length of the chord, the angle subtended by the chord also will decrease. So you can see clearly this length is small, angle subtended by it is small. This length is big, angle subtended by this chord is big. Similarly, if you compare these two, this length is small, whereas this angle you can see is smaller than this angle. So that is the relationship between the size of the chord and the angle subtended by it. Now what if the two chords of a circle are equal? What will happen? Okay, suppose you have two chords in the circle, and what if the length of these two chords will be equal? What will happen to the angle subtended by the chord? Okay, if the length of the two chords are equal, then the angle subtended by these two chords will also be equal. So to prove this, we have a theorem which says equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. So the theorem says equal chords of a circle, they subtend equal angles at the center. Means what? If you look at the figure, you have the chord AB and chord CD. Now this chord AB is equal to chord CD. Okay? Then it says that if these two chords are equal in length, then this is the angle subtended by chord AB and this is the angle subtended by chord CD. These two angles also should be equal. Okay, again the theorem says if you have chords of a circle which are equal, then the angle subtended by these chords also will be equal. This is what the theorem says. Now to prove this theorem, we use what is called a concept of congruence of a triangle. Okay. Now congruence of a triangle you have come across in your 7th standard. Okay. So what does a congruence say is that, okay, if suppose you have, let me explain to you what is a congruence. If you have a triangle ABC and triangle PQR, then we say this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Okay, if this side is equal to this side, this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side, or this angle is equal to this angle, or this angle is equal to this angle, or this angle is equal to this angle. Means what? This triangle and this triangle are exact same. Okay, they are the copy of each other. So that is what congruence tells you. Now there are different tests which are used to prove that the two triangles are congruent. One is SSS test, then you have SAS test, and then you have ASA test, and also RHS test. Now by SSS test, what it means is that, okay, in SSS test, if this, you have to show that this side is equal to this side is equal to this side, and the third side is also equal. Okay, so if the corresponding side of this triangle and this triangle are equal, okay, if the corresponding sides of both the triangles are equal, then we say that the two triangles are congruent. Now suppose this side is equal to this side, this angle is equal to this triangle, and this side is equal to this side, then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by SAS test. Why? Because it has one side angle and another side, so the angle should be between the two equal sides. So this is equal by SAS test. In the first case, all three sides we had taken, so it was equal by SSS test. Another one is by ASA test. Means what? If I take this angle and this angle, so suppose this angle is equal to this angle, this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this angle is equal to this angle, then these two triangles are said to be congruent by ASA test. So these are the different tests for triangles to be congruent. And if I want to write that the two triangles are congruent, then I write triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Now this symbol stands for is congruent to. Okay, so triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So based on whether sides are equal, side and included angle is equal, or angle and included side is equal, now you say whether the two triangles are congruent. Okay, similar concept is used to prove this particular theorem. Now at the end of this video, I will share with you the notes or the notes on congruence of triangles, okay, from your 7th standard textbook. I will share the pictures with you. You can go through it once again to understand what are these congruences. Okay, after the class you can check those pictures. Now let us try to prove this theorem. So when you write the proof, first you have to start with what is given to you. Okay, what is given to you? Equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles. This is what you have to prove. So you are given that the chords are equal. Okay, chords of the circle are equal. So what is given to you? Two chords. Which are the two chords? AB and CD. So two chords AB and CD are equal to each other. What do you have to prove? Angles subtended by these equal chords are also equal. Okay, so the angle subtended by chord AB is AOB. Angle subtended by chord CD is COB. So I have to show that angle AOB is equal to angle COD. That is the meaning of showing that angles subtended by equal chords are also equal. Now to prove this, what we are going to use is the congruence, concept of congruence of triangles. So let us see how to do it. To prove or to use congruency test, we have to consider two triangles. So the two triangles you can very well see here is triangle AOB and triangle COD. Let us consider these two triangles. Now you have to find three sides to show that the two triangles are equal, or you can find a side, two sides and one angle, or you can find two angles and one side to show that the two triangles are equal. Okay, now if you look at the figure, let us see what are the things that we can find. You are already given AB is equal to CD. Why? Because it is given that the chords are equal, correct? So in this triangle you see AB is equal to CD. It's already given to you. Now what is OA? If you look at the figure, OA is the radius of the circle, correct? Even OD is the radius of the circle. Yes. So OA will be equal to OD. What is the reason? Because they are the radii of the circle. Now which is the third side I think you can consider? If you see again, this is a radii of the circle and this is also the radii of the circle, correct? So this side will be equal to this side. So OB is equal to, this is OA is equal to OC. OA is equal to OC. Okay. OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. OB is equal to OD. Again I will go through it. If you take these two triangles, AB is equal to CD because it's already given to you. Then OA will be equal to OC. Okay. OA will be equal to OC because they are radii of the circle, and OB is equal to OD. OB, because OB and ODI are radii of the circle. Plural of radius is radii. So now you must be wondering how I come to know which side has to be taken, correct? So now AB was, if you look at the figure, you can get it very well from the figure. If I take AB, it should be CD. Then I took OA. So if this is OA, then from the figure it should be OC, same. Okay, same sides. If I take OB, then it should be OD. That is how you come to know which sides have to be taken. Okay, AB, then CD. Then if you take OA, then it should be OC, OB, then OD. Okay, from the triangles, here's the triangle. From the triangle you can come to know which sides have to be taken. AB then CD, OA then OC and OB then OD. So triangle itself tells you which are the corresponding sides of the two triangles. Okay, that is how I got OA is equal to OC, OB is equal to OD, and the reason is because they are radii of the circle. So when you are proving the theorems, this is how you prove. You write what are equal and in the bracket you have to give the reason why they are equal. So now you see these three conditions I have got. So your triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD. By which test? These are three sides of the triangle. So they are congruent by SSS rule. Okay, they are congruent by SSS rule. Now another thing that you have studied in congruence of a triangle is CPCT. What is CPCT? It stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay, what it means is that when you say these two triangles are congruent, means if the two triangles are of the same size and shape, then this angle should be equal to this angle should be equal to this angle, and this angle should be equal to this angle. Okay, so in general if I show you, you have taken two triangles, okay, and say LMN, and you have said that these two triangles are congruent. If these two triangles are congruent, this side should be equal to this side, this side should be equal to this side, this side should be equal to this side, because these are this side corresponding to AB is LM, side corresponding, the word is corresponding, the side corresponding to AC is LN, and side corresponding to BC is MN. Which is the angle corresponding to A? The angle is L. Which is the angle corresponding to B? M, and which is the angle corresponding to CN. Okay, so if the two triangles are congruent, then these angles and sides, corresponding angles and sides are also congruent, or they are equal. Okay, so now since I got the two triangles same, this angle should be equal to this angle. Now how will you find out which is the angle here? If you take angle O, then it should be same angle here. If I take angle A, which is the angle corresponding to angle A, C, correct? A then C. If I take angle B, which is the angle corresponding to angle B, D. So it should be this. Okay, now since we have to prove that these two angles are equal, okay, we take angle AOB is equal to angle COD by CPCT, which stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So again I will go through it. You have to show equal chords of a circle subtend equal angles at the center. So first I write what is given, then I write what have to be proved. So I have to prove AOB is equal to COD. Angle AOB is equal to angle COD. For that I take two triangles AOB and triangle COD. So AB is equal to CD because it's already given to you. Next you see OA is equal to OC. Now I told you look at the triangle to find out which is the side corresponding to it. So it is OA, so the side will be OC. What is the reason? Because it is the radii of the circle. Next, go to the third side, OB. OB is equal to OD, correct? OB is equal to OD because this is again the radii of the circle. So you have got three conditions. Therefore you say triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD by which rule? SSS rule, because we have taken three sides. Then because of this, angle AOB will be equal to angle COD because they are the corresponding angles or corresponding parts of the congruent triangle. So this happens and the short form you write is CPCT. Hence the theorem has been proved.